Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, and my friends, today's video is twofold. First, I want to talk about the next iteration of the Japan Fighting Game Publishers Roundtable. We had one last year and now we're getting another, and just the general importance of communication to the community for the FGC from the developers themselves. So first off here, let's talk the second iteration of the Japan Fighting Game Publishers Roundtable. And this is a big conglomeration of all sorts of Japanese fighting game developers. For this year's iteration, we will have people from Arc System Works, that's the Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, Dragon Ball FighterZ people from Arika, Fighting EX Lair, SNK, the upcoming King of Fighters 15, and also Samurai Showdown, Capcom, hey, Street Fighter, and Bandai Namco, specifically representing Tekken. And yes, just like last year, there will be some announcements. We do not know what exactly, although specifically SNK will be making an announcement at this event. Maybe another King of Fighters 15 character trailer, maybe something for Samurai Showdown. As for other games, I guess we're in wait and see mode for the moment. I am very happy this event is happening again this year, as the last event was kind of a landmark and just some transparency with how the companies work to the public, and just, there's so many different corporations coming together just to have a talk on game development and theory, which really doesn't happen. So if you want to watch the stream, it will be February the 20th at 9 p.m. Pacific time, or if you're Eastern Standard Time, 12 midnight, so 21st technically. And if you want to watch in English, well, it is a Japanese stream. There will be an English live translation stream that will be on the Bandai Namco US Twitch account, and I'll have all the other places you can watch it below in the video description. So expect some general discussion on fighting game theory and also just how development works. Maybe some skits as well, and some reveals. We don't know everything just yet. Just, hey, look forward to it. Now, with all that said, I do want to talk about the importance of just communication from the developers to the greater FGC as a whole, because we have people that are starting to knock it out of the park, that is Capcom specifically, and people who I feel could do a lot better, and that would be NetherRealm Studios. So Capcom, let's talk Capcom. I feel this is a success story, if anything. They have definitely been turning it around in a fairly major way lately. Like the Twitch stream they just had recently about the Street Fighter V Winter Update. This is the Big Dan update, right? So we got more than just here's the Dan showcase, right? We also got here's more stages. Hey, Rose! She's an upcoming character that is months away, and we're going to give you the best as we can, a preview of that character as well. It is certainly marketing, don't get me wrong, right? But at least it's marketing they quote-unquote didn't have to do, right? Really, the main focus should have been on Dan on the patch, and then said, hey, maybe not quite finished character, but we'll give you a look. The presentation as a whole also showed some collaborations going on in the Street Fighter world, some community stuff with tournaments, so it was pretty all in all a big slam dunk of a package. Certainly a very big step up from the Capcom of old, where you would buy the season pass and you wouldn't know a dang thing you're getting, right? You would just buy it, take the money up front and deal with it. We'll tell you what you're going to get later on down the road. So Capcom has been doing a lot better on just communicating with the public, in my opinion. Moving on to NetherRealm, it's certainly not like NetherRealm doesn't do their streams, showing upcoming stuff, upcoming product for the game, right? The combat casts, I love the combat casts, they're great. But the problem is, once they're done, they're done. There's not been a single combat cast since the Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate launch, for example. And while this in and of itself is not problematic, I guess, but the thing is, there's stuff like patches dropping for Mortal Kombat 11 that have balance changes in them, and nothing. We don't know anything about it until you log into your PlayStation or Xbox or whatever, and you see that patch downloading. That is when you find out. And that is incredibly poor communication. Want to know that RoboCop's got more variation potential or a health boost? Well, NRS isn't going to tell you. You have to come to someone like me, which is really messed up. And like, hey, thank you for watching the videos and all, right? But you should be able to find this more than just like Warner Brothers support Twitter patch notes. There should be a big hullabaloo about this going on. So effectively what I'm trying to say is there's definitely roads for improvements to be made. Now we take a company like Riot Games. When Riot does anything, it's the biggest deal, and they make the biggest deal about it. And they're entering the fighting game market soon. Like, look at this. This is just patch notes for the card game, right? And not only they're showing you, they're explaining why they're doing it, which is a lot better than a lot of companies here in the FGC. So imagine what's going to happen when they enter the actual fighting game market. They're going to be eating a lot of people's lunch. Capcom in recent history is the only company I can think of that actually explains some of the choices behind the balance updates, at least on the Street Fighter end of things. But yeah, that should be a standard, right? So I guess, long story short here, is the Japanese Fighting Game Developers Roundtable is amazing. I love it. So happy they did it last year, happy they're doing it again this year, and just greater communication throughout all the companies in the FGC need to be better. Some are doing good like Capcom, and a lot of people need to rise themselves up to that standard. And you know what? Even if they don't sometimes show it, your voices do get heard. Like for SNK, the first King of Fighters 15 trailer was not well received. And you know what? Those trailers are getting a lot better and a lot better because your feedback was listened to. For Guilty Gear Strive, we very recently had a problem with pricing in certain regions. People, they rose up, and you know what? Arxis listened. So basically, keep holding up our end of the bargain. But I can only hope, especially now we're doing year 2 of this roundtable, and just general shifts in the FGC, that the corporations themselves, you know, the ones we're paying money to, they start stepping up to the task as well. That all said, let me know your opinion on the matter, my friends, and I'll cut it here because I guess I'm rambling too much. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and hey, go out and play some fighting games.